hate puppies.
I like puppies.
Good podcast.
I feel threatened. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Pallet House, the only podcast dedicated to solving first world problems and hopefully helping you figure out what beer you should be drinking this weekend.
Or not.
Ooh,
Or a cocktail.
Do you think the listeners have no idea who Ely is at this point? Like, it's got to be.
Oh, yeah, that intro is, unless you're a 5-year-ago listener.
I was going to say, how old is that intro? It's got to be 5, 6, 7 years ago.
I don't know, dude. Did I say we're solving first world problems? Beer? I already did
I might
the whole
have cut
thing.
you off.
First world problems. Nailed it.
You said beer drinking, so that's usually the end, right?
Beer drinking, breath
What
stinking,
beer we're going to drink?
sniffing glue.
Beer drinking this weekend. That's usually how you end.
Perfect. Okay, I've never been here. This is all new to me. It's all new to me. Troy, you just poured me the new
Yeah, this
Sprite
is like
Zero.
my new favorite non-alcoholic drink. It's just called a Sprite Chill. It's 0 calories and it's cherry lime.
I've been dying to try this.
I think cherry lime is about perfection outside of root beer. Like, I think it's pretty tasty.
That's
Ooh.
pretty tasty.
I can tell you my immediate reaction. There's no hate on this drink. I think I might like Sprite Zero more. But you remember when they came out with that cherry Sprite? Was it cherry Sprite back in the day?
Maybe.
I went through a big phase of that
Can you hand me
shit.
that brown bottle that's beside you?
Oh, pour a little of that in it?
Oh, yeah.
Little smoke wagon?
Yeah.
So
Dude, this is pretty good.
So you might have the palate. I do not have this palate. A lot of people have this. I think I'm a standout. Like, people go, oh, I like diet, but I don't like zero, or vice versa. Or I like Coke and not Pepsi. Like, to me, they're all so equal. Like, I can't tell the difference between a Sprite and a 7-Up. Like, it's the same drink to me.
No, I just remember that they made like a cherry Sprite back in the day, and I drank the shit out of it as a kid. I remember it was cherry 7-Up, to your point. And I drank the shit out of it, and it got to the point where it was like I just went back to Sprite. And I think that's what I'm reliving. But this is tasty as all get out.
I did immediately think, like, this would be good with something else inside of it.
Yeah, I
Said your wife.
Yes. Never.
full confession.
Oh.
I enjoy
Speaking of wives,
Yeah, really. Yeah. I enjoy a little
Very awkward
little
kissing
bourbon
those
with
are-
some Sprite.
I don't think
How's
I've ever
that a
had
confession?
Well, I mean, I think late night.
Forgive me,
it's-
Father, for I
right.
have sinned. I
mean,
put bourbon in my
I don't think
Sprite.
bourbon and Sprite are something you think go together.
No,
It's usually clear with clear and dark with dark.
Actually, you're right. It's rum and Sprite is
Rum,
actually
yeah.
pretty good. But I don't know if I've done bourbon and Sprite.
bourbon and Sprite, I think, is one of my favorites. Late night, like I just wanted a little nightcap. Go to
No
bed.
caffeine.
No caffeine. Just easy drinking. But this is. I put a little bourbon in this one. It doesn't do it. I think it's the cherry and the lime.
I was going to say that might be a little much.
Yeah.
That's a lot of different profiles
There's a lot
going
of profiles
on
So, Troy, do you have a preference between diet and the zeros? You know what I mean? Like the Coke Zeros? and
I
the
do
Diet
drink
Coke?
more of the zeros because I remember hearing, and I really didn't drink a lot of sodas back when I was drinking. But now I kind of mix in a soda or a seltzer water or something. I try to do 0 calorie. And I've always heard that the diet stuff with the aspartame is like going to murder you in your sleep.
Yeah, but this is sucralose. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. But I think it tastes spot on. Like a Coke Zero and a Coke, I don't taste a difference.
Yeah,
I love them.
I can't tell the difference either, but then again, I'm also not very, again, to my profile. Like, I don't know if I could tell the difference between a Diet Coke and a Coke.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, that's a little odd.
But a Coke Zero and
Coke
a
Zero
Coke,
and a Coke, you can't really tell.
the only way I can tell, you fast forward about 30, 35 minutes, and I got to take a horrible runny shit.
Because of the...
Coke Zero, the sucralose. It's like Olestra to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it just coats my stomach and flushes everything out.
Interesting.
It's wild, but way better for my teeth than bulimia.
Yeah.
So I could just eat a Chipotle burrito,
Right.
put down a
Chase it
Coke
with a
Zero,
Coke Zero.
boom, flush it out.
Good to go.
Yeah.
so according to the interwebs,
Oh, here we go.
Look at the third mic.
Look at this third mic over here doing his job. Chocolate chip in the house.
That's right.
Coke Zero has 2 ingredients Diet Coke lacks: potassium citrate and some other potassium I can't pronounce. And Diet Coke has the opposite. It has citric acid.
Gross.
And the Coke rep says that Coke Zero looks and tastes more like Coke Classic.
Hold on. I thought it was an aspartame.
That's what I
sucralose
thought
thing.
too.
That's what I
was
thought.
very surprised.
But that's what the internet is saying, that it's literally those two ingredients. It's the same false sweetener.
That's I'm trying to see if they both have the same sweetener.
I would Google that exact question then. Do Diet Coke and Coke Zero have the same sweetener?
Well, I've got a little fun fact here too. Like, water drinkers and diet soda drinkers, they did just released a study that said that diet soda drinkers actually lost 3 pounds more on average and lost hip circumference than just drinking water.
I always heard the opposite.
Yeah,
that if you
and
drink
it's-
diet soda, you still gain weight. That's
Yeah.
what they've always told
That's
me.
what they've always said, but they just did a big study. It took them about 5 years to do this study.
Big Soda do this study?
No, it's actually somebody through some doctor that's not paid by the soda organization.
Is that because the cancer makes it hard to keep weight on?
It's true. They said that carbonated drinks actually fill you up
Yeah, I've heard that. But I heard water will do the same.
as long as you have to drink a lot of it,
Yeah, no one's got time for that.
right?
So apparently, Coke Zero, they both have aspartame, and then Coke Zero has another potassium-based sweetener. In addition,
Oh, so one of those potassiums was a sweetener. Banana based. Literally just picking the only thing I know that has potassium in it.
Probably Kroger.
yeah,
That's interesting. I always thought it was a sucralose versus aspartame. It just turns out that one's like a brand name and one's the chemical.
no, I thought the same thing. I thought
You're like, no, I don't take acetaminophen. I'm a Tylenol guy.
right. One has aspartame, and the other one has aspartame.
Oh, I heard aspartame is way better for you.
Yes, that's
because they
what
haven't
comes to
studied
it.
it as long.
Right.
Yeah. No. Marlboros will kill you because they've been around forever.
Yeah, right.
But these new American spirits, no. Not enough research. Only like 20, 30 years on them.
There are people that don't drink water.
Oh, I know them, and I find them
That's-
disgusting.
That is so weird to me. It's like I carry my sippy. I call it a sippy cup. I carry a water cup around with me.
Got a
all
jug
the
next to
time.
me.
Like
I have water all the time. How could you not?
I don't know.
Your body's made up of like 80% water. You should probably put some in.
Yeah,
You're going to make your body turn Coke into water.
like
It makes me feel bad if I don't drink water anymore.
so. I guess
mean,
they're
like,
drinking like tea. Well, like
tea and coffee, maybe.
Well, it always confused me that pirates and whatever would have rum and other people would have beer and they would not have water. There was not.
Well, they did have
potable water.
scurvy though.
Yes.
Well, that was just missing some vitamin C.
But that was very much like if you go back to like colonial times in America, they drank hard ciders because the act of fermenting the
Right.
cider would kill whatever botulism and bullshit was in the water. So you were far more likely to get sick if you drank water than if you just drank cider.
so. We don't think like pirates or people in colonial days like collected rainwater.
I don't think I guess they did. I would think. I would. But I also know way more than pirates.
Oh, you do.
Yeah, not about navigating the seas. I will give them there's one.
So
There's
you're
one-
saying on land, you're
Yeah.
smarter than a pirate,
way smarter
but
Brennan
on
is
their
calculus.
home court,
on their home court when they go, well, what are we going to do now that the swells have risen this way and the wind's blowing in from the east? I'm like, die?
yeah.
But when I'm like, yo, dude, you have
You're like,
scurvy,
I'll
eat a
collect the
fucking
water?
orange. Yeah. Hey, how about we put a bucket over here, collect some water?
All that rain running off the sail, let's grab it.
Ooh, how about we brush our teeth once in a while? Because you keep bitching about your toothache.
What's a toothbrush?
Exactly.
Right.
I know way more about stuff. Way more. We're all so much smarter. If you go back to like the smartest motherfucker in the 1400s, you probably got him.
Yeah.
You
He
got 'em
wouldn't
all
know
day.
anything about like who wrote Lord of the Rings.
Tolkien. See? I know stuff. No, but we know real basic things.
Well, it makes sense that to Dave's point, like, yeah, back in the day you didn't drink water because the water might kill you. But like the fact that we have refrigerated, purified water within 100 feet of us at all time, and people are like, Nah.
Oh yeah, I guess there's probably little things where they're like, no, this is how you get water, and we're like, what are you talking about? You use this filtration system.
Yeah.
That I don't know what's in it or how to design
But
it.
like, how do people in 2024 not drink water? Like, I feel like you actively have to go out of your way.
I met a guy not too long ago, and he was like, oh, I haven't had a sip of water in like 20 some years.
Yikes.
And it's just soda.
Where does he get? It's just soda.
It's soda all day long.
Oh man.
All day long soda. That's it. And occasionally the coffee in the morning.
What was he like? Like,
Is he built more like me or more like you?
He was built more like the chick in Snow White who gave the apple to Snow White. He's kind of all hunched over and like craggy.
he was proud of it too, right?
Very proud.
That's the weird part. Like, not seeing that he's the anomaly and it's probably not healthy.
Yeah, he was busting my balls. He's like, your drinks taste like shit. Like, what? You talking about? I'm in great shape compared to you. You're all hunched over.
He was busting your chops
He's
about
busting my balls.
about
Having
your
water.
drinks.
Because I had water.
Oh,
I was mixing a water in. He was like, if it doesn't have alcohol in it, it's Coke. I was like,
that is
this
weird.
is
Like,
weird.
that's like the guy that's like, oh, you don't shit your pants all the time? like, hey, if that's your thing, go do it. But like, why are you so forward with this information? Like, I'm so proud I don't drink water. You're a loser.
Yeah, he was in my ass.
That is so weird.
He was too lazy to do CrossFit.
Oh, so that's his CrossFit?
And that's not directed at Ray, but
It's literally directed at Ray. Who else is it
Ray is
directed
the
at?
one CrossFit
I'm
guy
the only
here.
CrossFit guy here.
no, isn't that the
Sorry,
joke?
Yeah.
How do
Yeah.
you know a guy does CrossFit? He
Vegans.
fucking tells you all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Ray doesn't do that.
I don't.
No.
I don't tell everybody. Not everybody.
You want to talk about CrossFit a little now that we've said it?
Now that,
Murph is this weekend.
Oh, big deal.
Big deal.
Big
Yeah.
deal. There you go.
are you doing it with a bum wing?
Yeah. So doing it with a bum wing. I won't run. Still not able to run yet. So I'll bike. I'll bake like 80 calories for the mile, and then
We literally couldn't bring it up without talking about it. You can't do it. It's like a fucking heroin addict. You're like, oh, you're not going to do it? You just put the heroin in front of them. Eventually, you're going to do it.
yeah, I'll figure something out.
All right, explain what a Murph is because I don't know that everyone knows.
Yeah. So we have a CrossFit community has some.
I knew he'd bite.
Yeah.
No, go on.
We have some
planned that
named workouts. They're called hero workouts. Mike Murphy died in the line of duty.
Taking a shit?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, different duty.
Different duty.
Oh, now I
Anyway,
feel. Never mind. My bad.
So the workout is run a mile. Then you
Okay.
do 100 pull-ups.
No,
200.
you don't have to do 100 at one time.
You can. The way the workout is written, you do 100 pull-ups
In a row.
to go. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no one can do that.
Impossible.
Right. That'd take me
Not-
200 days.
Not impossible. Not impossible. So run a mile, 100.
Oh, you're talking the CrossFit pull-ups where you're swinging and jiving the whole time.
You can, or so I know some people that do it strict.
Okay, a mile,
mi-
100 pull-ups,
200 push-ups,
200 push-ups,
300 air squats, run,
100 air squats. Good God. After running a mile,
and then run another mile
Avi.
with the weighted vest on.
with a weighted vest, 20 pounds.
No.
20
Is that
pounds.
really part of the equation?
It is.
All right.
That's the way it's written.
Murph was a bad man.
Yeah, and so several,
And telling everybody you do CrossFit the entire time.
several years ago, I did it as written. 53 minutes as written, which
Were
sucks.
you able to do 100 pull-ups in a row?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Come on. No, you couldn't.
Yeah.
Objection! Hearsay!
Do you have you not seen the CrossFit?
I understand
pull-up
the
thing?
swing pull-up thing.
Yeah.
I get it.
They're called butterflies. They're butterfly pull-ups.
That adds up. But it's still not easy.
No, it's not easy. Push-ups were the hardest for me.
Yeah, you just
200
did
push-ups.
100 pull-ups.
You
Yeah,
got to do
so-
200 push-ups
200
in a
push-ups.
row. You did your 200. You did a true Murph, like all in a row.
Yeah, so I mean, I broke up the pull-ups. I did 10 till like I got to 50, and then I started doing 5s, and then I went to 3s, 2s, and 1s, and then for the push-ups, did the same thing. I 20, probably did 60, 80, at 20, 20s up to about then, and then just went on. And then obviously the air squats sucks. 300 air squats takes a while.
Yeah.
And the last mile with your weighted vest is like 15, 17 minutes.
You could literally pick any one of those things, and I'd be like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, it's
You put them all together.
well, for the last
He came up with this workout?
no, so it was named after once he once everything went.
So he was one who had done this before.
Sure.
It wasn't like he invented it.
Yeah.
But since this was kind of his thing, and then he passed in the line of duty, and they were like, we're going to name this after Murph.
Correct. Most all the CrossFit workouts are named after women because Glassman, who invented the CrossFit, kind of said anything that leaves you laying on the ground on your back, gasping for air, should be named after a woman.
That is so misogynistic.
CrossFit's full of dicks.
Yeah.
I didn't know CrossFit was so shitty.
Lying on your back, out of breath, legs splayed open. That's a Susan.
Yeah.
Helen.
Some
Helen.
That ain't right.
Grace.
Diddy shit.
Yeah.
Interesting.
When I die, I hope they name eating an entire pizza and crushing a 12-pack after that. I'm doing a Dave tonight.
Not if I die first, motherfucker.
Have you seen the beer lap mile? Like you,
Dude, that's crazy.
right? So
I
they
have
drink
seen that.
they drink a
You
beer
run one lap?
and then drink another beer, one lap, and it's the fastest to a mile after you've had like 4 beers.
And they're getting fast. Like, I think they're under 5 minutes.
Under 5 minutes.
It's that last lap, man. I would want to.
Oh, and you can't puke.
Yeah. That's if you lose any
This
of
is
it.
a CrossFit thing.
It is not.
But are they drinking like Beast Light or
doesn't
like
matter.
a double IPA?
You could
No,
chug
it's a light. It's a Miller Light, Coors Light, something. It ain't. Yeah, it's not a double.
I don't
IPA.
think it because it takes so little time.
Just
You could
imagine
chug a Sprite.
Do you think you could just chug 4 beers in 5 minutes without
Yeah.
puking?
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
That's a big ask. That's 48 ounces of beer in
I know
your
there
belly.
was a time in my life where I could beer bong
Yes.
2,
yes,
and that hurt.
yeah.
I know in my fraternity I was going for the flaming Dr. Pepper record, and I booted everywhere and lost the record
Yep.
because I couldn't do it. I just don't have that intestinal fortitude. I
Yeah.
have the ability to drink more than most, but I'm just not capable. And I ate like 2 half-pound burgers right before. I wasn't thinking about it.
But imagine running a mile while you're doing that, chugging those beers. Like,
I can't imagine running a mile.
yeah.
That's not me. Everything I do is beach muscles. I'm never going to be able to save you from a burning house because I will be gassed. But I can stand outside, flex, and hope you come out. That's just how I am.
Here, take my shirt. Wipe yourself off.
Yeah. Oh, you look horrible. You're covered in smut. Soot.
What?
Smut.
Smut.
Yeah.
Insert.
Yeah, Fred Smoot. We played
Yeah.
for the... Oh, I almost said the R word.
That would have been close.
It would have been bad.
That would've
The
been-
Washington football team.
Ooh.
Still can't call them.
Yeah, that would be obviously I'm not drinking, but I don't think I could chug 4 carbonated drinks in 5 minutes at this point. Like,
No, young Jimmy and I once did a challenge. We scored like a bunch of tab.
yeah.
We were like young
Ooh.
kids. And we decided to have a chug off.
Oh,
Speaking
Side
of
the house.
aspartame.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Invented that shit.
Right.
It was the good stuff.
Whoa.
And we just kept chugging them just for fun. And I think we each got to about 4 before we both just started throwing up all over the side of my house.
Well, think about a power hour. That's like
Oh,
5
man.
beers in an hour. And a lot
Yeah,
of people
it's
have
not
trouble.
the drinking, it's the bloating.
Yeah.
Well, there's after an hour and you've had 5 beers, there's part of the drinking issue too, because it's quick.
Yeah, but imagine having 4 freaking beers inside of you like a
While
shotgun,
running.
dude.
And then you're
while
jostling
running.
it
Yeah.
around. Nah.
They
That's
have
not
to
for
puke
me.
at some point, right? Like after
probably.
because then you'd be drunk. You would literally be drunk after that. Like anyone would be drunk after chugging 4 beers in 5 minutes. Even light beers.
Yeah, I agree with that.
On some level of not right, inebriated. You would not be normal for a while after that.
I had 4 beers before this episode started.
Yeah. In 5 minutes?
No. Because, see, that's the difference. I'm a grown-up.
You are.
I'm a grown-up. It was over, like, a couple hours.
There you go.
You paced yourself.
Yeah, like a baller.
Yeah.
And you know how much I ran?
0.
That's right. The exact amount required of what I was doing.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Oh,
No, I wouldn't want any part of that.
no.
It's not good.
Puking doesn't sound fun.
at one of your football Sundays, I will lead the charge with the 4 beers in 5 minutes.
You'll do
That
it.
would be a good challenge.
Oh.
I'm not going to do it on a work night.
Oh,
I don't know if you know what Sunday is. It's the day before Monday.
I'm talking about starting. I'm not going to do it at
Oh, you do it on a
Like at
day
1 o'clock.
a day before work during the day.
1:00.
Let's come up with the rules here.
I like that there's a
yeah,
distinction.
right.
No, if I shit myself at 8 p.m. and go to sleep, I'll be aces in the morning.
Exactly. Well, that's true.
All right, we got to come up with the rules. Like, are we going to do 4 like canned beers or like 4 in a cup beers?
4 in a cup.
And it's 5 minutes as a challenge.
5 minutes.
And
But I'm not starting it. I don't want this. This is a Dave thing. Dave wants to do this.
if he does this on a Sunday football challenge, other people are going to be like, I can beat that.
Yeah.
So it will become a thing. That's
Okay,
why
but
you
I
got to
don't-
come up with rules.
Okay. Well, allow me in May to say that I don't want to do it in October.
You will do it.
I'm getting 5 months ahead of this.
You will do it.
So the official rules has to be cans.
Yeah.
Look at this. See, I'm already out.
But
it's already wrong.
But we're making our own thing here.
Yeah, I didn't know it needed to be timed other than the 5 minutes, but so I want to go first and let people. I want to set the record.
You want to set the pace.
I like your attitude.
I do too.
I like
We'll just call it the 4 beer challenge. How fast can you drink 4 beers?
See, that's different.
That's
though.
different. No. If everybody wins at the 5 minute mark, it's a lot more communal.
Yeah. If I do 4 beers in,
Because otherwise, you have to have one winner.
Yeah,
you
more-
could have
that's, that's what
seconds.
winning is. One person.
Yeah.
No, this is a team of winners. This is a
What are
team
you, a
of winners.
participation trophy guy?
Yeah, no shit.
There's no participation
Weak,
trophy.
dude.
You can't. Most people can't do it.
You're a Cubs fan.
I resemble that remark. I'm not even mad.
Well, but then you got to be like, if Dave does it first and someone beats his time,
Okay, how about this?
I'm going to do one at 1 minute. I'm going to chug one. I'm going to wait 52 seconds, chug another one. That's how I'm going to do it. If anyone wants to make it competitive after that,
Here's how you do it.
Go for
I
it.
think I got it.
Okay.
Everybody who can do it under 5 minutes is in the club.
then we run it back.
The first one to finish is the president. The second one to finish is vice president. And you just go on down the line. You just give everybody titles. But that way, anyone who's on the outside is on the outside. Everybody's in, but you still have a hierarchy amongst the winners.
Can it be like a challenge system? You can only challenge the guy above you, and you run it that weekend.
Whoever is the president has authority over all of them.
Okay.
and everyone who doesn't participate is automatic asshole.
Automatic asshole. I think that's fair.
And then Dave goes first, and that way no one else has a shot at the presidency.
I'm gonna be like,
No one, everybody else
hey
is like,
guys, I've got a great idea.
by the third one, they're like, what's he doing? It's called the 4 beers in 5 minute challenge. First one's the president. You guys want in? And I'm done.
I did it.
Crush the beer on his forehead and walk out.
At least none of the other third mics will hear what you're saying, Troy. and
Yeah,
beat you to it.
exactly.
It is so true. It's so true. Dave's officially my number one.
Yeah.
Number one guy. We put out a little challenge last week. Ray's nodding his head, but he doesn't know.
I don't know.
He doesn't know.
I'm
You're
not
gonna
sure
get
what
a
the fucking
text in
challenge
about 20 seconds.
And I don't even want to give it away, but we definitely put something out to like the third mics. And yeah, some third mics crawled out of the woodwork. It was very interesting. But
Really?
Dave's my number one.
And
Just based on
and you have to give a
response time.
shout out to someone that you didn't shout out last week.
Oh, Terrence is about to get multiple shout outs.
There you go.
Because Terrence, not only did he know the secret word, but he also sent way too much money into the Venmo account, which I respect.
Nice.
There is one way to get to my heart. I'll tell you what, it's too much money to the Venmo account. Makes me so happy. Got to buy that guy some
Dude,
beers.
that was nice.
Yes. Yeah, so shout out to Terrence. Last week, Nick reached out, sent money. Oh,
Yeah.
I owe you a get well card and some balloons.
I don't want that.
The fastest dash in the West, Nick, reached out and sent us some money.
Those are my two least favorite things to purchase ever.
Balloons and cards.
Balloons and
Or
cards.
flowers and cards.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't get you flowers and cards. He got you balloons and cards because he's a man.
Let's find a beer called Flowers and Cards.
He's not making it
balloons
weird.
and cards. Buy that.
I'm sure we can find Thoughts and Prayers beer before we can find.
All right, let's talk about this card thing because I'm with you. and they're only getting more expensive. They're like $7 to $8.
That's crazy.
So it is crazy, right? But don't you find sometimes you find a really good card that you're like, I could never come up with this, and this actually does a pretty good job explaining to my wife or my friend or my cousin or whatever.
I don't shop for cards.
Tell it, your wife should blow the card writer.
Wait, what? Huh?
Wait, I signed up for what?
Your wife should be like, this is so romantic, and give a blowjob to the guy that wrote it.
Actually, I think he's right. If you're willing to give a card written by another man, then he should get the reward.
There's a beer called Thoughts and Prayers, Second Shift Brewing.
I knew there would be. I knew there would be. That's beautiful. I got to get my hands on that beer.
So that would be
It's actually untapped, so
if your wife likes
a good one.
expensive handbags, that guy should get that designer should get laid.
No, because it's
the same premise.
No, it's zero.
Same premise.
Wrong.
Same premise.
The handbags have a functional purpose.
No, they
A
don't.
fucking greeting card does not.
So
a handbag can hold
a $2,000 handbag has the same functional purpose as a $20 handbag.
Yes.
No.
Oh, it has additional features.
Oh, it does.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's like a Lexus and a Toyota.
This is going to go downhill fast because half the shit I buy my wife was made by a multitude of little tiny Asians in China. I'm going to have to send my wife over there all the time. I got you something. You're
She's
going
like,
to be
hey,
tired
honey, I'm
as
doing
shit.
my part.
You're going to be so fucking tired. Yeah, I think, Dave, you're out.
And then there's the
You're
whole pedophile thing.
I'm just talking about.
It's a whole nother level of issue.
That's Troy's position. My position is purely greeting cards.
That's the line.
That's the line.
If that was the case, I'd never give a greeting card.
They're so fucking worthless.
But I could write them and write my own greeting
I
card.
can't. I'm not a good writer.
You could write, I love you.
Yes, but that's not the same as what's written on a nicely written card.
Have you
I
ever
always
heard of
opt for funny cards.
You ever heard of plagiarism?
Well, listen, there's ChatGPT. Like, I use the shit out of that.
How are you going to blow a robot?
That's very true.
Oh, they're working on that.
Yeah, so lifelike.
You can F them now,
You can.
but now I need the blow function.
That's even worse if you're writing romantic stuff and you're passing it off as your own. If we're gonna get moral,
No, it's
I said oral.
Oral.
all of y'all had the same joke.
Yeah. Well, because you're.
That's a bad joke. If
It is. If everyone knows
yeah,
it.
if you all agreed on it.
You know the best part is that means like 50% of the listeners just went more like.
This third mic is easy.
Yeah, it is.
No, I will say that as far as things go, greeting cards, the price is ridiculous. Like, holy cow.
But just the act of having to go there and look through them, find like 14 of them that are above your head and decide which one of those you're going to give. So
I don't give greeting cards.
I don't either.
Ever?
Never. Like I write in cards.
Yeah.
My wife will buy cards for the girls for random things, and like I'll just sign my name
Yeah.
or something, whatever it is.
I always write in a card if I give it to somebody. I write
like
something
I
else.
like blank cards.
Yeah.
Like I like those, but typically I don't give. My wife's anti-card or any of that stuff.
That's a keeper.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I get in trouble 6
on
times
paper
a year.
that sounds great, but she has very expensive taste on other things. You're not. It's like the guy that cuts his own hair to save $10. You're not getting rich off that. Like she's not saving a ton of money by not giving out greeting cards.
I was reading this Reddit like thread the other day, and this guy was talking about how hard he works at his marriage and everything. He's like, we go on a date night once every 2 weeks, and like, and that kind of like stuck with me, and I was like, fuck. Like I take my wife out to dinner Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Like I'm doing brunch Sunday. Like I'm doing like 4 date nights a week.
The difference is you have to call them date night. Only then do you get credit for the date night.
Oh, is that the
If you only go out to
delineation?
dinner, if you only go out to dinner, even though she has the exact same wine and exact same entrees, thanks for dinner. But if it's date night, that's different. I'm
What
learning
constitutes a
these things.
date night? What
You gotta
what-
be-
The words date night.
And being intentional.
being intentional.
Being
So I
in-
go, honey, I would like to take you out to dinner tonight versus her going, we're going out to dinner.
That is correct.
And then me paying.
Yep.
And maybe you throw a greeting card in there.
Yeah.
So, but that's what I think Troy's saying. Like, I get away with the cheap shit. I don't have to do that $8 on Valentine's Day, but I'm buying $500 worth of food a week.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how often my wife and I actually go out and have dinner, just the two of us anyway. Like, is there like a minimum that
Well, tonight was with the kids, so that's different.
Yeah.
But, like, I'll probably do at least 1 or 2 this weekend.
We probably don't do
us.
1 or 2 every 6 months.
Here's the other thing.
Just
Damn.
the two of us.
Yeah, then you're getting away with murder with the cards.
If you've got it too good, then you take it for granted. So if you take your wife out to eat too much, then date night's not special. So this guy who's like, I'm such a good husband. I do date night once every 2 weeks. That's code for, and I don't do anything shit the
else.
other 13 days.
Yeah. Well, and if it's a set thing, it's kind of like it just kind of loses its luster because it's just like, all right, it's Saturday night that the second one of the month, we better go out to this restaurant again.
It's like the depressed rock stars.
Yeah.
They're never happier than the day they signed their contract or the day that they sold their millionth album. But very soon after, the brain gets very accumulated to their position and they're like, oh, I'm not happy. And that's why they say money doesn't buy happiness.
Yeah.
Because when you have it all, eventually you're going to get back down to your baseline. And if your baseline is unhappy, you'll be unhappy.
All right, it's official. I'm not taking my wife out to dinner anymore.
Yeah,
I'm going
right.
to start buying greeting cards.
Yeah, right.
Or you call it date night.
Oh, so I do wonder if this would thing, if I literally just said, honey, let's do date night tonight.
No.
If that would change
Ask
everything.
her.
Would you like to go on a date with me?
Yeah.
That's another subtle difference.
Got it.
Does it matter if like your financial situation is different than mine? So does does that matter in the who's taking who out for dinner?
Our financial situation is not that different between the two of us these days, and I'm always paying for dinner. It's a great deal.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like my wife and
He's
I go
talking about communal money versus individuals' money.
Like when you take your wife out to dinner and you pay for it, you should get a hell of a lot more credit because when I go out to dinner with my wife, our money is all coming out of the same account.
Yeah,
So
see,
it's
we
not
have
like I'm not
separate-
getting credit.
We have separate accounts.
Yeah,
Well, not completely separate, but
yeah,
you know,
but
we've
for the
discussed this.
dinners.
Yeah, but I don't think the money matters.
Oh,
I don't think it matters.
did you just say that out
Yeah,
loud
I
into a
did.
microphone?
The money
I-
always
yeah.
matters.
I don't think the money matters. I think it's the intent. I think it's the act. I think it's everything.
He's of the belief, honey, can I take you out to dinner tonight is more important than who pays.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
See,
also been married the least amount of time as everybody in this room.
Well, I was married for 18 years and I got divorced, and I'm like getting ready to get married, and
Yeah, but
I've learned
No,
what
but
we
I mean,
need
so
to
he
do.
has a
right?
No, but
valuable
he's doing the
perspective.
romantic thing, like, and
Yeah.
to your point, that definitely matters.
Sure.
It definitely matters. But to be like money doesn't matter, I can't imagine that's true. Like, I think if you take your wife out to, take her to Midlothian Chef's Kitchen and then take her to Applebee's and do the Applebee's one real romantic and just do nothing at Midlothian Chef's Kitchen.
Bad timing
And
to
then
make
you
that
see-
joke because it is Dollarita, bitch. What? Applebee's the most romantic place on earth.
Just see which one works better.
I think that one of the best things that Jill and I do for our dates is we have a finance meeting once a month.
That's so hot.
How is that hot?
She loves it. She loves to sit down, see where we spent, see where we're going.
How is this good?
Because she wants generational wealth.
Generational wealth.
That's what she's wanting. And so we have to make some choices and some different things. We have a $40,000 wedding we're going to pay for, but how we're going to pay for it with cash.
You understand what generational wealth means, right?
Oh yeah, we're buying real estate.
It
We're
means
gonna
you
do-
leave so much money to the kids
Yep.
that they are able to, just based on the money you gave them, leave money to their kids.
That's correct.
You got a plan for that?
We are working on it. Starts with having date nights.
You're gonna be working until you're 80 or 90.
Not necessarily.
Wait. I want to hear how date nights leads to wealth accumulation.
Here's how we
Well,
get
that's
generational wealth.
that's part of our
First,
date.
We go out and spend money on food we don't need.
Well, here's
Okay?
the thing. Here's the thing.
There, we make money.
We'll get some credit card points.
Yes.
We'll pass those on to our
See, I
kids.
think that
Bugattis and chains. That's an old callback.
Yeah, that's a way.
That's a way old callback.
when you go on a date, you don't have to spend any money.
Well, at least
I-
$5 for the tip, right?
No, I used to be
just the tip.
I used to be the king of like the dirt cheap date. Like $20, you get away with a whole night.
I think we were talking about
I've
going to
lost-
dinner, and I don't know where you can go to dinner and not spend any money.
Well, I mean, you can have a date night at the house and do something outside or have a picnic. There are many ways to have a date without spending any money. Not necessarily dinner.
A walk in the park.
I
Could be.
definitely agree with all that, but I feel like as 50-year-olds, that shit it doesn't fly for people
Ew, who
like
the
us.
fuck is 50?
You wish you were 50.
Yeah, okay, one hand went up.
Rounding up.
Yeah, no one is 50.
Okay.
Well, one apparently.
Should I say
52.
40-year-olds?
Yeah, I think that's fair. But let's not just go lumping us in with old sagginess.
We're all closer to 50 than 40.
What the fuck, dude?
It's not just you. It's all the 50s. They're all gross. Those people are disgusting. Disgusting. For a few years.
All right, let's all take our wives on dates to the park and see how that goes.
I'm telling you, just be intentional. Ask.
Be intentional. I
you
actually
mean
do think that he's
get
going down the
consent?
right path.
Yeah, get the consent.
Fill out
Gotcha.
this paperwork.
Note to self.
Dude, I had that shit written in the vows, and she said, I do. So consent has been implied going forward for 18 years. Happy anniversary, honey. Just passed,
Yeah, it did.
just passed. I made it over
Nice.
another milestone. 2 more years I'll actually get to celebrate. My wife was like, it's 18. It's not like it's a milestone. My kids were like, 18's kind of a big deal. That's a long time.
Yeah,
It's like, yeah, I guess in my mind, I'm like, that's every year is a milestone.
I agree.
But she's like, if it ain't a 2025,
Well, her parents are still married.
Well,
right?
then the gift
Yeah.
should
so-
reflect the lack of milestonage.
Oh,
no card.
Right.
here's a high
Nailed
five. This doesn't mean anything to you, right? 18 doesn't mean anything.
I don't think I got a card at 20 or gave a card at 20. Pretty sure it was, I may not have even posted on Facebook.
I woke up, I rolled over, I was like, happy anniversary. But it was a Monday. We did try to celebrate on Sunday. So like we were going out to brunch, and then we hung out with the Abacus
Yeah.
and his lovely
Assholes.
fiance. Yeah, okay, that's not the point of the story.
The point of the story is you guys are hanging out and not inviting motherfuckers.
This dude reached out to me months ago and said, you guys do brunch every Sunday.
So that's true.
When can we do brunch? And I was like, unfortunately, like the next little ones are difficult. And then I literally looked and it was like our anniversary weekend. And I was like, hey, honey, let's do brunch with like Lee and his new fiance on our anniversary weekend. Like that's kind of fitting.
Well, and your wife likes to have people around.
Yeah, not at the house.
Yeah, but like when y'all go out to brunches and dinners, like y'all like to mix it up.
Yeah, she liked it. So she was like, okay, let's do it. Right. So I was like, sweet. So we met them out for brunch. And then she made a comment, not my wife, the Abacus's fiance. I'm trying not to use her name. I know.
Yeah.
I just don't want to like throw everyone's shit out there. And she was like, yeah, we're looking at Fine Creek as possibly like a wedding venue.
Been to a wedding there?
And I was like, yo, that's like the best place. And she's like, yeah, we can't get in there. And I was like, we can go get drinks there right now. She was like, really? I was like, check. So we jumped in. We went up to Fine Creek, checked it out. Now I drove
What does she
home.
mean she can't get in there?
They want to do like a tour.
Oh,
And like they're all booked up on tours.
Yeah, yeah.
That place is mad popular for weddings.
yeah.
Very
They're
much so. It's pretty.
always- It's gorgeous out there.
Well, there's the front, and then there's that whole back area.
And the back's where the weddings
Yeah,
go
yeah,
down.
yeah.
But like the breweries.
Well, I didn't know if they did weddings at the front because when my buddy got married out there, the front wasn't even there.
Yeah, exactly. It used
Yeah.
to just be back there, and then they put the brewery in. So I was like, we should go out there, have drinks, check it out. We just walk down, and at least you could look at it.
Yeah.
Unbeknownst to us, that Sunday, wedding. We got literally kicked out. We walked down there. That lady spun around quick, came over and was like, can I help you? We was like, oh, we were just checking this place out for a wedding. She was like, yeah, well, there's a wedding. So, and I was like, see, girl, look, the security's dope. This is the spot.
Do we not have any contacts at Pine Creek for as much as we talk that place up and go there?
I've got a couple contacts, but mostly this dude Daniel that works there, and it's not like not great.
Not inside
and Stu's
baseball?
first marriage happened there.
Yeah.
but like they don't want to remember like the fails.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, see, look, we're batting 1,000.
Should
Like,
get a discount when your marriage fails at the venue.
you should be able to go
If
back.
you run it
Go
back.
back. Yeah, you run it back.
Half off.
At least a place like that. Go
Buy
back.
one,
be like,
get one half off. There you go.
You should get a free beer. Like I got divorced, free beer.
Oh, that's extra motivation.
I was gonna stick it out, but I really need a beer. So I went up there. I came home and got my Miata because I was like, hey, if we're going out there, I want to drive those country roads. I want to take the Miata. My wife was like, that's a good call. I was like, fuck yeah. Jumped in the Miata, felt all badass, ripping down those roads. Pulled up,
Tap.
unbeknownst to me, Porsche party.
Oh.
I pulled in the driveway.
So you lost your car in there?
Dude, it
Couldn't find it?
Couldn't find it. Couldn't find it. It looked exactly like the rest. Dude, I came around feeling great. I'd had 2 drinks in me, which is the perfect way to drive. 2 drinks. Your car's never been faster. It's never handled as well as it does. It's the perfect amount. If you get pulled over, hey, buddy, I'm .07. Like, let me be. Like, I'm fine. But everything just feels better in the car. And I got there and I was feeling all the feels from my Miata. Pulled up. The first thing I see is like an old school Porsche with the air cooled engine with the backup and a bunch of dudes standing around. And I was like, that's a badass car. And then I looked past it and it's just row upon row of Porsches from the 60s all the way up to the most modern 911 they have. And all the generations in between, 928s, Boxsters of different years. I was like, fuck! Pull in. I was like, oh, there's a parking spot between these Porsches. Pulled in, stuck my little Miata there, got out, couldn't look a single dude in the eyes. You think about it, like when I was buying
Were they
that
wearing
car,
all their like Porsche gear? Because they're notorious for wearing like jackets and watches and stuff.
it was more like, well, from what I could
Hats?
tell, yeah, hats and polo shirts.
Yeah.
But like, I couldn't even, because when I bought that Miata, it was between a Porsche Boxster and the Miata. And then I got such a good deal on the Boxster and I thought, hey, the maintenance is cheap. This
mean
is
the
the way
Miata?
to go. Yeah, the Miata.
You said a good deal on the Boxster.
No, I didn't get a good deal on the Boxster.
Yeah.
That's why I got a Miata. Actually, I got a great deal on a Boxster. They call it the Miata.
Yeah.
And it's way more reliable. And it carries all the street cred until you show up. I felt like the blood
Those
at the Crips
Boxsters
party.
don't carry any street cred, right?
Actually, they do.
They do.
They do?
Yeah.
They still do.
They suck.
I get that they suck, but they're still Porsches.
Yeah, but the 944 is a Porsche too, and I love that thing, and everybody says they suck too.
There was a 944 up there.
I think it's the
Classic.
924 that's the girl, like because the clutch and brake are really, really close together. So it's for a girl's
I think
feet.
I'm talking about
The 924.
I think I'm talking about the 44. Is it like people are like it's not as
The
good
20
looking?
24 was a
Because it looked
four-cylinder.
kind of like an
It's a
RX-7
4-cylinder too, yeah.
at that point.
The 44 has the big bubble.
Yeah, on the back. It was
Yeah.
kind of like an RX-7.
Yeah.
like- but there was that 928 that looked more like an egg, like the old Risky Business.
Those are my favorite.
Then you had what? The 917 that was actually a Volkswagen. And even that would have had more cred than a fucking Japanese Miata. I wanted to be like, it's got a supercharger, back up. But it was sad, man. I pulled in,
Did anyone say anything like, you can't park there?
can't sit here, Sate's Tyken. No, unfortunately, it was all in my head, and it had me so flustered. I felt so good when I pulled up. I got out, I shut my door. It didn't slam right. It was like tink. And I just kept my head down and I just walked out and I was like, I can't believe I showed up to a Porsche party in a Miata. I was devastated.
That's
Sorry, I
bringing a-
ruined your Porsche party.
Yeah.
That's bringing a knife to a gunfight right there.
It was sad. Even like the lowest Porsche was like,
You made his day though.
yeah, no shit. Isn't that the truth?
It's like, look at that guy in the Miata.
Yeah. He's like, hey guys, look at the nerd.
Yeah, he hadn't said anything all day, and he starts elbowing his buddy next to him. Look at this guy down here.
Hey, let me get one of those cigars. We're in. We did it. He's kicking dirt on me.
He just walks up and sucker punches you out of nowhere.
They're like, what the hell was that? I'd like
That's
to.
awesome.
Yeah, it was really unfortunate. I got Porsche partied in my Miata. Kind of broke my heart.
So y'all had a nice little brunch together?
It didn't start well. It ended well. We had a good time. We partied it up. It was nice.
Had the women met before?
Look at that. No, and that's always interesting.
Yeah.
Are they going to get along? And then I noticed, like, Abacus and I came out at one point. I looked down, and they were just pointing at other people and laughing. I was like, oh, that's good. Hatred runs deep, but not towards each other. It's perfection.
Common enemy.
Dude, are we really this? Oh, no. I was reading the wrong number. Holy cow.
No, we are
58.
All right, you went with the Sycamore? Good bite. I say do it. That's the one
This is what Ray brought.
Well, he brought two.
Did he bring 2? I wasn't sure.
I like that they're both summer ales.
The
'Cause this
Sycamore
is
Honeysuckle
Memorial Day.
Summer
Yeah.
Ale. Golden ale with natural flavors.
Yo, is honeysuckle one of the best, like, childhood memories? Do you guys?
Childhood, we still eat that shit.
I eat it all the time. It grows here.
It grows everywhere around here.
Yeah, I love honeysuckle. Like teaching the kids how to pull the
Yeah.
stem out. You pull a little dick out. Isn't that technically what it is?
That's what it is.
Like in the plant world.
Yeah,
you're
it's
like,
got a little drop of pre-cum on it.
yeah, you got to get that dick out. Get that cum. It's sweet.
I mean,
What are you teaching your children? That seems very inappropriate.
Well, you hate summer?
Brendan's allergic to tree semen.
Dude, most people are.
Yeah, I am.
Crisp and refreshing with delicate flavors of summer blossoms, a delightful southern drinking experience. This is 5.3. It's family owned, established in 2013. Golden ale with natural flavors, brewed and canned in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Do you want a little cup?
Yeah, I do. Let me grab one and put this one away. Y'all talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, I'm excited just to see if it actually has any honeysuckle flavor. Because that is a kind of a
Unique flavor, yeah.
very unique flavor, but it's also one that is like, it's very fleeting. Because you've never had like honeysuckle drink.
Right.
It's just, you get that one little taste and you go, oh, it's sugar with a note of fleeting. And that's basically all honeysuckle is. So if this can capture that and give me a little more of that vibe, this will be mad exciting.
Can you even pin down honeysuckle flavoring
Not
to
really.
your point? Like,
Not really.
or did they? Is this another one of those like happy accidents that where like they brewed it with some weird concoction and they're like, "What's this taste like? What can we call this?"
And someone goes, honeysuckle? They go, save it till summer.
Yeah.
On the nose, it doesn't do anything for me. Oh.
Doesn't smell bad.
Okay, so
It's
I see what they did
crisp.
there. I was about to say that the thing that is kind of honeysuckle-y is like vanilla. And this, I think they just went vanilla and called it honeysuckle.
I think you're right. If they had named this cake batter, I think it'd be more fitting.
We already did that.
Or if they named it
This is
like
cakey.
a creamsicle.
And I don't mean it's like yeasty. I mean it has that like birthday cake.
sweetness to
Yeah,
it.
birthday cake.
But there's
flavor.
also a little bit of this dry,
Yes.
like fresh cut grass on there too. On the end.
Okay, I'm gonna have to write down my score because Dave
Mm-hmm.
Dave gets all butthurt if I don't write down my score. Because I don't want to I do want
I
to get.
feel
a
like
third
the
sip.
second sip isn't as cakey and
Not-
it's definitely,
yeah.
it's
The
definitely
second-
more earthy.
The second sip definitely gives me more earth than it did sweet. However,
I'm not going to do my score. I'm going to take like 5 more sips.
No, I literally
It
'cause I went-
changes.
because the third sip was way different than the first and second sip. Sycamore is an interesting brewery because I don't think they do anything over the top.
I feel like if you call this beer Sycamore, it would fit it.
It's earthy,
Yeah.
and but it's sweet. It's interesting.
definitely sweet on the front. I can go. I was really, really looking forward to this. I thought it was going to be more summer-ish, but it's definitely more spring. I think it's definitely.
Yeah.
I think it's it's like
It's an interesting delineation because that means literally nothing, and I'm like, I see what he's saying. You know what I mean? Like you're like, no, this isn't very summer flavor. It's more spring flavor. Like that means, I mean, that's fair.
well. Here's the way I'll explain it. Summer is more like citrus and bold, and it's sweet. I would say spring is kind of where it's budding. There's more. There needs to be more to it. It's like fresh cut grass. It has a little bit of that. When you walk by honeysuckle right now, you can definitely taste that sweetness, but there's a bit of that herbiness in the end. So this is a 2.5 for me.
2.5.
Yeah, it's not great.
That is a shit score.
Yeah, it's not
he
great.
He 2.5'd it. He went right down the middle.
I can see where this is going.
No, but I mean, he said, I don't want to drink this again, but I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. I don't want to drink it again.
I'll drink it if you hand it to me.
Yeah,
but I'll never seek it out.
I'll finish this. I know I've had a Sycamore beer before, and it's been average.
Yeah, that's what I feel about
Yeah.
Sycamore. They're pretty average.
It's average.
Like everything they do is not over the top in any direction. It's always just, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And that's what a 2.5 is. Yeah, that's cool.
And this was outrageous. I spent too much money on it.
Oh, I'm sure.
go.
4-pack of 16 ounces. Yeah.
So I I wrote down a score that doesn't exist because
Yeah, you better figure it out if
You
you're
don't
going.
follow the rules.
God.
I wrote down 2.75.
That doesn't exist.
I know. But early I was like, this could be a 3. And then when you said the thing about, oh, Ray, we'll never buy this. I'm like, I'm never going to buy this. So therefore, it's a 2.5 for me.
There you go. And that's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's how the system works. So we have a 2.5 and a 2.5. If you add those together and divide by 2,
7.
we have a 2.5.
Oh, sorry. I didn't carry the 1.
The simian crease is showing. Okay, now I'm going to go here. It's refreshing, easy drinking. I like that. They don't mention that it has a hint of citrus, but it definitely has a hint of citrus. It's got that little bit of vanilla, which I dig. There's like a slight metallic aftertaste on the back end. That
Like deep back end, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, after it's been sitting there. After.
But I find it forgivable based on the vanilla, what they're calling honey. I find it mad refreshing. I love this beer. I would buy this again. I will seek this out.
Oh.
I'm going a very different direction. They call it honeysuckle, which is the only reason I'm going to say, hey, it tastes like honeysuckle. Because if they didn't, I'd be like, it's like vanilla, a little bit of citrus. But I find it refreshing and really good, and I like that little earthiness to it. I'm going to forgive the metallic and take it all the way to a 4.
Nice.
I really like that beer.
Wow.
I really like that beer.
2.5.
Wow.
2.75 and a 4.
No,
Or did
2.5, 2.5, 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
You're going to have to really.
Yeah. I wrote my score down right here.
Okay, that's a fair
Is
score.
that a text from my wife?
No, I'm going 2.5. It's
I am the only one who like.
Yeah.
I'm
You love
blown-
it. I don't-
love
You love this.
I don't love
love
this.
it.
I don't hate this. And it is refreshing. And I could, pre-writing down, I definitely could have been a 3.0. I couldn't have gone any higher than that.
I was so excited when I had that first taste and got that vanilla. I think because they called it honeysuckle, it really.
I don't like the fact that that earthy or that metallic taste makes you want to drink more of it to wash it out of your mouth.
It's unfortunately for me, this beer is one of those beers. It's not offensive. There's nothing really to pin on it that's bad, but on the other side of that coin, it's just not a lot going on to make it great either. Like it's living right there in the middle.
So 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 4.
4.
I just took another sip and I keep getting like birthday cake batter ice cream. Like,
Funfetti cake.
yeah, funfetti right off the bat.
That's so good.
Every time.
I like it a lot. I'm going to keep putting it in my mouth.
That's what she said.
I wish.
That's a 2.875.
Which I think it should be way better, but that's how the old honeysuckle crumbles.
Well, 2.875 is better than average.
And that's where it lives.
Yes, and that's exactly right. It should be better than average.
It's just a slightly better.
Because 25% of the motherfuckers out there are like, hey, that's pretty good. But
Right.
the rest are like, that's pretty
Do we
average.
even want to ask? Actually, we do because I'd like to see Dave's head explode. What'd you pay for that 4-pack?
$14.99
For 4?
for 4.
It's 6 beers.
It's a good deal at any price.
It seems like $4 a beer is that's kind of your 2.5 in craft pricing.
Yeah.
So to get it for less than that, like, oh, okay. But when you see those 4-packs for $22, you're like, I better
Yeah,
get
it was-
a boner after I drink this.
I had my hand on a 22-pack or $22 4-pack, and I was like, fuck that.
Yeah.
No. Because you can get a 2.5 at this price.
Yeah.
It's a way better deal.
I remember when I bought the Choosy Mother that we loved, and it was like $18 or $19 for a 4-pack.
But that was a good beer.
But I still was like, "Gee."
That's the peanut butter.
Yeah.
That's pretty
The
tasty.
one that
beer.
closed down.
Yeah.
Isley, but they're still brewing.
They sold the recipe. Yeah.
Someone bought
Right.
it. Now it's another brewery that's making the Choosy Mother.
I would take a Choosy Mother and their blueberry and mix them together to the PBJ.
Brilliant.
Nice.
Not mad
Never
at
tried
at
that?
all. No.
You guys have never tried that?
I would
No.
rub the Choosy Mother on my genitals and call my dog over.
Okay. That reminds me of something.
Really?
Oh, wow.
It does.
Sadly.
Y'all familiar with the Chicken Ranch out in Nevada?
Yes.
Is that the same as the Bunny Ranch?
Or did you mean the bunny ranch?
Or did you mean the Bunny Ranch?
I thought this was the Chicken Ranch. I think there may be two.
There must be two because I read the same article and
The
it
chicken
does say
ranch, I
Chicken
think
Ranch.
you fuck poultry.
What do you fuck at the Bunny Ranches?
Oh, it's women.
No, but the one on the HBO show was called the Bunny Ranch back in the day.
I agree with you, but I've also heard of the Chicken Ranch. Are they two different places?
Yeah, one's bunnies and one chicken.
No,
totally different
I understand
animals.
that, but are they competing animal ranches?
They must be.
I see Ray frantically
It is
typing.
a brothel. The chicken ranch is a brothel,
I understand
according
that.
to the interwebs.
Is that what Tyson's is?
Is there any
These
details?
nuggets taste weird.
It tastes like bunny, which tastes like fish.
Yeah.
Is there a difference, Ray, between the two?
Yeah. Yeah. One is,
They're two competing brothels, I
yeah,
guess.
it's competing.
Okay, well, Bunny Ranch can go fuck itself. 'Cause
We're
that's where
talking
Air
Chicken
Force
Ranch.
Amy's is.
Yes.
And Air Force Amy is disgusting. Like, I get that
She's
she
a
looks...
hero.
I get that.
She serves our country.
Is that from the documentary?
Yes.
This motherfucker is saluting Air Force Amy.
Thank you for your service and cervix.
Thank you for your cervix is way better.
Look, I just wanted to show you the emblem for the Chicken Ranch.
Yes, that's beautiful.
Nice.
You should describe it.
All right, the Chicken Ranch, it's just two legs sticking out of a half-broken egg.
Half broken egg.
It's like Humpty Dumpty's mom.
Let's see who the.
And there aren't track marks on those legs?
Look at the talent.
That's cool.
I'm going to look at the talent.
You should look at the talent
I'm
because...
asking for a friend.
I feel like we're shopping for puppies.
No, you said... Okay, you
They're
said
courtesans. They're not.
Hey,
whores.
whatever. That's her. I think that's her.
Okay, no one knows what we're talking about. Oh, dude. Okay, I don't hate this at
her.
all. Yes. Okay, hold on. So that one you're looking at right there,
She's 60.
she's 44. So that is
gross.
Laura Lee Gray.
God damn.
Lorelai.
Lorelai. Sorry, I tried to gussy it up.
Man, she's got like salt and pepper hair. She is really trying to put a little age on her.
Bro,
Yeah.
she's 44.
Is this a documentary? How did you come upon
Yeah.
this?
Where did you
Just
find this?
allow me to tell the story. Because you brought up Choosy Mother. And
Yep, mother.
Lorelai is a mother. She is 44 years old. And she is now working at the Chicken Ranch.
She has
now,
a daughter.
now she has been a of the earth kind of person. She's always worked with her hands. Now she can work with her mouth. But the special treat about young Lorelai at 44 is that she has a daughter. And that daughter said they were having a hard time at their spot in North Carolina.
Uh-oh.
and they weren't able to pay the bills. And their daughter was basically like, you know, you're hot, I'm hot. Her daughter's way hotter. And said, why don't we go as a mother-daughter combo to Chicken Ranch? Now, this is a fantasy that I think a lot of people have. And unfortunately, thanks to the internet these days, everybody went, oh,
That's the daughter.
That's the daughter?
why are you showing me this? I'm trying to do a podcast. Oh, sweet Jesus. Well, I can tell you which one I prefer.
Not even close.
Why did Tyson's turn them down? It's in North Carolina.
So the Chicken Ranch currently has a mother-daughter combination, a 25-year-old and a 44-year-old mom who are both working out there. And I'm kind of excited about this. I feel like the Chicken Ranch has got the thing. This is a fantasy. I mean, this is something that people think about all the time. And anytime you go to these places.
Wait, who? What?
Oh, you've never wanted a mother-daughter combo?
Maybe a mother or a daughter.
She is available the entire month of May.
Not the 23rd.
Oh, yeah, the 23rd. She's not.
Her
Yeah, the 23rd is
Airbnb.
gross.
Is that the mom or the daughter?
The daughter.
Okay, you can only imagine how many people they service in a day. It's disgusting.
I'm
But I
with you.
think-
Like the mother-daughter
How are
thing.
they available
doesn't-
the entire month?
Because they can do 8 dudes in a day.
Oh.
You buy it by the hour.
So I'm thinking like
They give her a lunch break.
Airbnb. Like if something's
No, you gross
Out-
son of a bitch.
if-
There's a bidet in there. They swish it out, dude, and on to the next one.
that makes sense.
That is
Like
not happening.
they're available every day, all the time. There's never a blackout date
No. I'm sure sometimes they're blacked out.
because they can always squeeze in another quick handy.
Ew, I'm not paying all that money to get a mother-daughter combo and get an old-fashioned.
What if it was cheaper?
It's definitely cheaper.
It's definitely cheaper. You know what? The mom can beat me off.
Oh Jesus!
Well, listen.
But then what?
For an add-on,
What's the add-on?
she has a couples sensual retreat. Working with couples is a passion of mine.
Ew.
That's what she says.
Why are you bringing sand to a beach, bro?
No shit. I'd like to bring my kid's mother to this mother-daughter combo. Like, no, I think I'm good.
She also enjoys kink and fetish exploration
Okay. Now we're talking.
and
Get weird.
afternoon delights. So no wonder there's no blackout because she can afternoon and evening.
I'd like to bring like a
Lady of the night.
weird kink to her.
Like,
I'd like your daughter to cook me a steak. I'd like you to put A1 on your belly. And then while I'm eating, I'd like your daughter to eat. But I just dip in the A1. That's my kink. A steak.
I don't think that's what they're talking about.
So confused.
Holy fuck balls.
What are you finding over there? You can't just holy fuck balls. What's going on?
So her sexual fantasy is you bring all of
8
your
guys
friends
in one day.
Oh yes.
I live my life.
You bring all of your friends to play with all of mine. Every last one of us become hot and bothered in the jacuzzi. Then we take our party into the private suite for an orgy of epic proportion.
Only $2,000
Yeah.
per dude.
Find the one that likes a half-hard penis and booze on their breath. Because that's my fucking winner.
I like the way Dave thinks because it all goes back to monetary. Like,
Monetary.
You know what my fantasy is? Every one of your friends gives me all of their money.
Yeah.
That is so hot. Oh, and we have a jacuzzi.
yeah.
Dave's like, I'm going to pull out so early, I'm never putting it in.
Right.
Gotcha, bitch.
Like,
I've
can they
never
charge
had-
by like the 10th of an hour?
I've never had a mother-daughter fantasy. Like, I've definitely like met daughters who have attractive moms, and I'm like, okay.
So I never had one until there was this dude named Josh in college. Now, Josh was a bit of a wild card.
He transitioned?
You liked him and his mom?
Nope. All weird. All weird. You guys are going different
That's
directions.
what we were talking
I mean,
about.
that's where you,
Do you guys want to look to the talent?
where you
But there
went.
was there was one day
Do you
there
wanna look to the
was
talent?
there
I'm
was
good.
There
All
was
right.
one day that we were sitting out on a porch.
This girl is at
How many
school.
people are there?
This girl is literally out of school.
She is in front of
middle school?
lockers.
Yeah, and her name's Bonnie Blue. Yeah, she's yeah. See, she doesn't even do it for me. But so I was sitting outside on the front porch. We're drinking beers, and this mom and her daughter, like on like freshman check-in day. We're like walking by and he yelled, "Oh yeah, mother-daughter combo, come up here." And I had never even considered a mother-daughter combo. But when he yelled mother-daughter combo, it planted a seed in my brain. And then I was like,
growing.
That I was like, I hadn't even considered that moms could be hot and their daughters could be hot. But when he yelled it, I was like, huh. And it hasn't come up until this got sent into the Gmail, InsideThePalletHouse@gmail.com. Someone sent it in.
Yeah.
And I was like, I should check this out. And it was like that seed that had been germinating for so long finally went.
I think it went more like. Is
that how flowers grow?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a botanist. But I was blown away in that moment.
Certain
I was
species of wood grows like that.
Now I remember.
Probably not yours. Not the ones you're familiar
No, mine's
with.
like boom, boom.
Yours like
Mine's getting older and older. But
a lot of rings in there.
there's a lot of rings. But when I heard it, it was like that's what Josh was talking about all those years ago. The mother-daughter combo. So I just assumed, since he was yelling it and everybody laughed, I just assumed everybody had this. But as we're going around the room now, I'm seeing that you guys have never considered a mother-daughter combo, like as a hot.
Not at the same time. Because it's weird. All the incestual stuff is weird to me. You would
But it's
think
not
where I grew
incestual.
up-
Like, all right, no, so that's weird. Okay, no. There's another step.
It is incestual. When
because-
parents sleep with their children, that's incestual.
Okay. For a fact, the daughters at least touch the mom's vagina.
Well, and vice versa.
Well, not necessarily.
I mean, not necessarily the other way. There could
Oh,
be
you mean
like
at birth?
Yeah, what else? Ew, what are you talking about? Of course. I'm just saying, like for a fact, unless there was a C-section involved, but I didn't see a single scar on that woman. Not that you could see. There's clearly a fuck ton of mental scars.
You don't think they airbrush the marketing?
Yeah, marketing
Oh yeah,
guy.
I guess that's very true. You get there and go, boy.
Yeah.
Could you get the airbrusher
Dude,
in
I
here?
would like to see a real picture of this ragged 44-year-old whore.
The fact that she looks 64 and she's 44 years old is a bad sign.
Yeah.
No, I think she's doing it on purpose.
You think
I
she's
think Ray
dying?
might be
her-
right.
I think she's doing it on purpose. I think she's given. I think there's a market for that.
Would you get plastic surgery to add crow's feet everywhere?
I mean,
She looks bad, dude.
I don't think she looks bad, but I think that she salt and peppers her hair.
She looks beyond her age.
She looks. Yeah.
Ray's
She looks.
52. He's like, that shit's hot.
Dude, she's weathered.
I mean, maybe. But I think that I think there's a market for that. You
There's
don't think that
definitely a market for it.
You don't think there's a 20, 25-year-old guy that wants to come in there that's never been laid, and he's got like an Oedipus complex, and he's like, I got
Well, you
to
gotta
sleep with
think.
my mom.
We just scroll through there.
Yes. Okay. I'm
We
sure.
just scroll
I'm sure.
through there.
I mean,
Ray.
why not? Yeah.
What are there, like 50?
Yeah,
women
there's
there?
probably 50
So
women.
she's gonna stand out.
She's got to stand out.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you're saying, but
Come on, you're a marketer.
I get what I am,
Right.
but I'm not certain what she is. I just think she's a weathered hag of a 44.
Could be both.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah,
Could
maybe
be
she
leaning into her look.
I think I'm not like a Botox proponent.
Maybe
but
she
that
has
woman
no
could use-
skill sets other than giving blowjobs.
Well, you're certainly not banging them from behind. You see their asses? You notice all the shots of asses from directly behind? It's because from the side, there's literally no ass. Not that I've spent any time looking at this, but I was very disappointed.
Is that a protractor and compass?
Right.
Yeah, I can tell you this. Pythagorean's theorem doesn't add up. It doesn't work. Not on that, because it's not even close to a circle. There's nothing there.
I find those places weird anyway.
Oh, absolutely. Unless you're Lamar Odom, it's not good.
I guess if you're really rich, it's a good time.
I'd be willing to bet more poor people go to that.
I would think so.
You think?
And save up.
Yeah.
Like it's a
I think it's like,
vacation.
yeah, sure. It's
Right.
like maybe
It's like a
once every
NASCAR
other
race.
month. Yeah. If you got if you can save up 300 to 500, maybe even $1,000 every 2 months, every third month, and you're good to go.
Like, I get that they make it very nice. I mean, they're saying all the right things. They're fawning over you like you're the sexiest thing in the world, and that's got to feel good to the ego. But knowing that, like, you're the fifth load of the day and she's been here for 20 years.
Yeah.
That's a difficult proposition for me. Like, I don't get super excited about that.
Brandon doesn't even like to have sex with his wife twice in one day. It's like, ooh.
Yeah.
There's a load in here already.
I know who you
Somebody's
bang.
been here earlier.
That
and he
dude's
was
a
gross.
loser. Yeah, it's weird. But, like, I don't think I could get excited about that. Knowing that this is, everyone's been down this road.
Yeah, agreed.
It's kind of gross.
Yeah, but you
Kinda.
You could
Reserving the right.
Right, yeah.
you could say that about a lot of women you've probably been with. You just don't know the history.
Right. So, like the body counts, that's a big deal.
Yeah, if you add them all up.
See, it's not a big deal to us. So, like, for guys, can have all the body counts we want.
Okay, but I would probably guess that any woman in that place has a higher body count per week than any woman I've been with who's lived a life.
Right, but what is that? What is the appropriate amount of body counts before, to be with somebody?
One less than me.
One less than you.
Yeah, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that outside of anything more than I've had sex with is gross.
My thing doesn't matter if the body count for those. If you got there and it was you were her first client, I would be not turned on by dropping $1,000 to $2,000. Like, I would be so
Like a 10 a.m.er.
I'd just be like,
Exactly.
I'm just saying, if it was day one, if it was her day one, I'd be like, I'm still not really excited about giving you $2,000 of my money. Like,
Is that what it costs? $2,000?
I can only imagine everything there is 500 plus.
Oh, I agree with you. I just don't.
I
don't
have
know
no
if-
idea.
I didn't know if you knew something.
How would I know?
I don't know. Ray was over there on the internet.
They do not talk about prices.
No, they don't.
Jesus, you have to fly out there and then get the
Then-
sticker shock?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like,
Negotiate.
There's gum under these seats.
Actually,
that's like the guy that comes to look at your used car and he drove 4 states over. It's like, you're taking this goddamn used car. You didn't travel all the way out here.
I'm not discounting it.
You go all the way out there to Chicken Ranch and they're like, it's $2,000. You're like, good. And you're like, but I'm here.
Yeah.
Where's the ATM machine?
I'm going to get that mother-daughter combo.
Right.
Oh, and I'm going to ask for an ATM.
or you go, it's $2,000, but hey, listen, I only brought $1,500. What do you want to do?
They'll be like, get the fuck out because
Yeah.
there's a
Yeah,
line.
yeah.
There could be or they'd be like, I'm kind of hard up because I'm an old bitch and that's what I need.
If she was hard up, she would be off the website. They'd be like, you're out of here.
They don't. I'm pretty sure they don't put prices on there because I'm sure if
There's some negotiating.
There's negotiation. Like if some rich guy comes in, he's probably willing to drop $5,000. Where the plumber down the road is probably willing to drop $500. You know, like
Yeah.
Interesting. Hadn't thought of that. So you should go there with like cut off jean shorts and a
Dickies jacket, dude.
Dickies jacket.
Dickies jacket
Yeah.
always gets you the discount.
Yeah. Take the Rolex off.
Oh, Rolex is off. I don't want her even seeing that.
you would go there not wearing cutoff shorts.
I literally would show up there as disheveled as I could.
Yeah, but then they're gonna be like gross.
No, but smelling good. Maybe that's the move.
how do you pull that off?
Yeah.
Well, new disheveled clothes.
Oh.
You know what costs more than good looking clothes?
No, you
Brand new disheveled looking
brand new
clothes.
You show up in a full kick Kirkland fit, like you're just straight Costco'd up. Like they're
Looking-
all brand name
looking
clothes,
clean.
but they're brand new, and they were like that pair of pants was $12. Yeah, they're from the Gap.
I will
but-
tell you that they're actually the Costco brand now is like
Oh,
a
well, and they
thing.
sell
Yeah.
a lot of brand name stuff. Like
The biggest trend of this summer amongst cheap assholes is the Costco Hurley shorts. Oh, I don't know if you've seen them.
I have 2 pair.
Yeah, so do I. I'm telling you, Costco was selling Hurley hybrid shorts where you could swim in them. You could wear them
kind of like
out.
these.
Are they the kinds
They're
you can
the
swim
stretchy
in?
material. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Do they dry quick?
yeah, oh yeah,
So that's the hybrid walk short.
yeah.
Well, Hurley makes a pair. Now, The only thing they did to differentiate them from like the ones that they charge $50 more for is they made the Hurley logo silver, so it pops on the short. So if you're wearing the blue ones, you got a silver Hurley logo. You're wearing the khaki ones, you got the silver Hurley logo, but at least it kind of blends a little more.
But makes them look more bathing suitish, right? Like not
Little bit.
short.
It's like it's just underneath your front pocket.
Yeah.
Like where it can be seen. And they're like, yeah, we'll sell these Hurleys for $15. We'll pull that stupid ass logo off of it and we'll charge you $60
Yeah.
anywhere else. Every asshole right now is wearing these Hurley shorts. I have been going to parties lately and I'm walking around and I'm like, fuck.
Dave checking to see if he's wearing them now.
30-40% of the guys are in these Hurley shorts, and you can see it's basically, do you have a Costco membership or do you not?
Right.
Because every guy was like, Hurley shorts, what? Everyone got them, and now we all have them, and now I can't wear them in certain settings.
Because so many people have them.
Yeah, everyone's got them.
Yeah.
So I wear them around the house a lot. I wear them out on the boat. Like I'll do shit like that, but like you can't go to a party in them because there's going to be four other dudes in the exact same pair of pants. But it's a good deal.
But we're dudes. Who cares?
I get it, but I'm like,
See, that's
half
why,
a dude, so I notice. I'm like, oh.
That's why you couldn't go to the chicken ranch. If you can't go to a party because there's four other guys wearing the same shorts, but you're gonna go to the chicken ranch and drop $2,000.
Yeah,
We're all wearing-
You're wearing four of the same pair of shorts. You're not all wearing the exact same short. You're not swapping that
Exact
short
same
back and
short.
forth.
Yeah. We're all wearing the same pussy.
You're right.
A little gross. I guess that's true.
Brendan shows up at the bar. He's like, "Well, I've had my 10 minutes. Who wants to wear my shorts now?"
Yeah.
I'll put them in the back for $1. You can wear my shorts. I'll make up the price of those Hurley shorts
There you
in
go.
15 minutes. Keep an eye out for them.
I will.
Look for these shorts. Everyone will see them all over the country.
I'll buy a pair.
I'm wearing them next week.
I hate shopping, so I'll just tell my wife to buy me a pair.
Dude, keep an eye out for it. You're going to see it. Especially the blue pair. Because it's obvious Hurley
The silver
logo.
Hurley. All right.
Can't miss it. Costco guy. In fact, you just roll up to that dude and be like, I saw you at Costco, right? And they'd be like,
Hey, how'd you know?
how'd you know that? You're like, weird.
Hurley Bros for life.
He's
Yeah, dude. Mother-daughter combo.
pulling samples out of the cargo short pockets.
You want
Yeah.
a meatball?
These chicken wings are delicious.
Yeah.
It's probably 6 months ago, but my wife bought me a pair of Lucky jeans from Costco for $24.
Yeah.
Like they're $60 or they're $60 with a discount. They always have a sale going on, but they're like $89 pair of jeans.
Well, they're 120 on the website
Yeah.
because they do. It's like ever so slight tweaks. They're like, no, you can't get this color. Now, as a colorblind man, I see none of it. And that's like all they do is like they just change out a little bit of the cut, a little bit of the denim color. But those Hurleys, they put the fucking scarlet letter on them right there by the pocket.
But it's better than saying Kirkland down the side.
Honestly, I saw a dude the other day. He was just rocking a shirt, said Kirkland.
Oh, I've seen
Oh,
that
yeah,
with
the Kirkland sweatshirt.
And I
signature.
kind of think that's actually
It's
dope.
kind of cool, yeah.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
I think that's so bad that it's the shit.
That's
Yeah.
like wearing a Pabst Blue Ribbon shirt.
Well,
Yeah.
Like, I
I'll
don't
tell
give
you.
a fuck. I like cheap shit.
Well,
we
that's
had
like
some
now-
teenage kids come to the house and they all had like Kirkland sweatshirts on.
Yeah, I think
and I was like,
Kirkland's cool.
seriously? And they
Well,
were
you
like,
know
"That's
what's having a real big blow up now is Champion, which when
That
I was
too.
a kid, that was garbage.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I saw a Champion the other day that had like an old school, like, and you know, like when you see like an old Converse, you go, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I don't remember an old school Champion logo. I think they just made a retro Champion logo. It looks so fucking cool. They made this 70s Champion logo and they had them up in Kohl's the other day. They're cut off like sweat shorts. I was like, I kind of want those pants. They're awful.
Yeah, I think like Reebok bought them.
So
I think-
now they're going to push it as like
Right, so
retro
they're gonna
cool.
push it,
Dude,
yeah.
kids in schools are wearing them all the time, dude.
I think they're back.
They are.
I mean, I literally almost bought these awful sweatpants.
I know it was for poor people because I had that shit.
Hell yeah.
Because like I couldn't have
couldn't
like
have a
Nike
starter.
shit, yeah.
But the best part about it was you would see a boxer come out and that motherfucker had that champion on.
Oh,
Yeah.
So you'd be like, all right, it does have street cred in my mind, even
Yeah.
though I do recognize it is poor people
Yeah.
clothes. And I had way more Champion than I'd care to admit.
Like when Shaq made his own shoe that was like really affordable. It was like, that's a great idea, but nobody wants to be known for rocking the affordable shoe. Like that.
Yeah.
Part of the Jordan thing is like they're expensive.
I think I might buy these Champion shorts. And it's a retro look that I've never seen.
You should do it.
But it threw me for a loop.
Retro poor.
But they wanted $27. And in my
No, I'm
mind,
today poor.
in my mind, I was like, $27 is too much for Champion shorts. Which is crazy because that's actually not a horrible price for shorts. Especially when you consider they're like workout shorts, which
Yeah.
is like all the workout shorts start at 50 and go up. And these are like cut off sweats
Yeah.
with an old logo. I'm like, yeah. Like Customato trained me. Look at my old Champion shit.
Now, which one? I know Dave and I aren't part of this group, but I would assume one of you two would and should and maybe do rock tights when you work out.
I do not.
Do not.
Do not.
I would never.
Not even under shorts?
No.
Especially not undershorts.
Especially
What kind of
undershorts, yeah.
Well, I wear like Tommy John underwear, which is like tight.
No, I'm talking like full length.
No, dude,
No.
that's for nerds.
They don't wear tights. They wear compression fittings.
That's right.
Well,
And now they're like,
no.
That's different. Bro.
Like Kobe? Yeah, that was me.
My shorts have the compression like on the
Oh,
thighs,
here we go.
Yeah.
but not tights. Not
the
tights.
short,
not-
your workout shorts,
Correct.
not your
Yeah.
boxer shorts.
correct.
I don't wear anything compression on the outside. Underwear is different. It's weird. But no, I would never. I don't like that look.
I don't either.
I make fun of dudes that do.
Yeah.
The balls all fucking hanging out, or not hanging out, but like I can see them.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
you mean in the locker room?
No, locker room. I wish they wore the compression shit. Locker room's just old guys flapping their nuts around. Now, I'm always shocked at how many people talk about their cars with their balls out and shit in the locker room. And like, what? How? Why are we doing this?
Yeah. A towel's too much? I'm confused.
Just a towel.
Yeah.
Just give me a towel. I'm glad to stand there in my towel and talk to you about the tires on your truck. But if we're standing there ball to ball,
Yeah,
talking about the
that's-
tires on your truck,
It's a little rough.
It's a little weird.
it's a little weird.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
And they love it.
I try not to have conversations in the locker room.
Me too. I'm trying to, it's like an anti-conversation
Are these really
zone.
old people?
It's always old people.
Okay. So are we going to do that in 30 years?
I don't know if that's a greatest generation thing. Like they're like, I fought in the war, I'm gonna let my balls hang. Or if it's just like, as we all get older, we go,
We just don't. Yeah.
like,
you
is
just
there
don't
a
care.
certain point when
Yeah.
you get AARP card, do you get like the secret decoder ring and you
Yeah.
undo the first code and it's like, you let your balls out in the gym now. It's how they know. It's like, oh, cool, little orphan Annie shit.
Like every nudist colony is just full of old people that should not be naked.
That's always the rub on like nudist colonies. You're like, I would love to go to a nudist colony, and it's just
it is-
creeper.
It's
fucks.
terrible.
I've never been to a nudist beach where I've seen anything that was even as hot as the old lady mom at the chicken ranch.
When we were on our honeymoon, we went to a topless area, and we strolled out there. And 5 minutes in, I was like, "We got to go back because they don't get to look at this for free if that's what I get in return." Get serious. I'm like, "Nope."
Damn, you were that hot?
He was pointing at himself.
He was. He's pointing right at his junk. Like, no one eats this for free. Don't pay it. Respect.
You all owe me $5.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like for my wife. I was like, everyone here should pay me for what
Show.
you bring to the table, what I'm bringing, which
Yeah.
is you, to the table. And I was like, but they're not going to, so we're going back and putting a top on and going to the non-gross beach.
There should be a bouncer at the front of nudist beaches.
Yeah.
And he's like, there should be three sections.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Empty, and old people.
No, it's just 1 to 3s,
God, I think Dave is ageist.
1 to 3s,
Yeah.
4 to 7s,
Shut up,
7
old
to
man.
10s.
Right.
That's not a bad. That's not a bad system.
That would be nice. You have 3 beaches. And then you just divide it out and the bouncer picks. And if you go in with someone who's more attractive than you, then you get to go in with the better looking crew.
Right.
Yes.
That's
But
only
so
fair.
the other person can also see what they're missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree.
Like,
But
it's
you know,
fair.
there's going to be some threes that think they're fours.
Yeah, but it's time for let fucking
reality
Rodrigo
check?
fucking
Yeah.
decide. Because that's my bouncer's name.
Yeah.
Rodrigo.
What would have
He's
to
the
be?
Well,
best.
as the proprietor, I would have the 1 to 3, and I wouldn't put anyone in there.
Yeah.
All the
nice.
ones would be the 4 to 6s.
Yeah.
Make them feel good about themselves. I'd charge them double.
Yeah,
Yep.
I have a theory. There's really no 1s and 10s. There's there's nobody's like perfect and like super fucking ugly.
And nobody's
Yeah.
so gross.
Right. So
Like,
I
it
think
goes
there's
both
like
ways.
9s and 2s, and then there's the 8s and 3s. But I think most people fall within that 7 and 4s.
There's a lot more to go by your theory. If you're taking 1s and 10s off, there's a lot more 2s, 3s, and 4s than there are 9, 10s, and 7s, though.
I think nowadays there are. Yeah.
I, know,
So-
I kind of like Dave's
So 1s and
angle.
10s are just, they don't exist.
How many supermodels from your youth were not 10s?
I think there are a lot of 9s.
Interesting.
I think there are a lot of 9s. And what the fuck do you mean, my youth?
The 40s.
Objection! Hearsay!
There's Marilyn Monroe
At post-war.
No, I do like this
from the
concept.
USO tours. You remember?
You tell everybody that there's 3.
Yeah, see?
You tell everybody there's 3 beaches. And it's really just like, you go, look, this is the 1 to
this is the one,
4s.
yeah.
1 to 4s over here. And then you just don't
No,
put
you
anyone
say
on
there's
because you say
3.
it's behind a wall. And there's just no one over there. And you put all the 1 to 4s and kind of that.
No, you could still have 4 beaches, and you tell them there's 3, and then you have 2 sections of 3, 4, 5s, and really the first section is for the 1, 2, 3s.
That's right.
You tell them 3.
Yeah, but I'm saying, you
then
make
you
it
just
look
tell
good.
everybody. You just move everybody up. All the 4, 5, 6s, you move them
Yeah,
to
everybody
the 7,
moves
8,
up.
9.
Everybody moves up. Yeah.
Everybody moves up.
Yeah, the
Your
7, 8,
scale-
9, the 7,
Yeah,
8,
but
9.
the 10-plus crowd.
But you
your
just tell them they're a 10.
Your scale runs 6 to 10 in reality.
Yeah.
Correct.
But you tell them there's a 1 to 3. There's this fucking 4 to 6, 4 to 5. And then we got our 6s to 8s and our 8s and 10s. And you just put everybody that's not attractive in that nice 6 to 8 range. You make
Yeah.
them feel real good. And you make that fucking 8 to 10 beach.
Oh, you could hire some like special needs people and put them in the
I like where this is going. No, continue.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean,
Continue.
job creation, like greeters from Walmart.
Oompa Loompas and shit.
Yeah. You just put them in the 1 to 4, and you're like, see, you're not in that group.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
I think
disgusting.
we're onto something.
Yeah. Just dudes with just giant elephantitis balls walking around, you know? Looks like 2 bowling balls in a sack, and they're just like dragging them across the beach.
And
No,
I'll
this
show up, and I'll be like, I think you put me in the wrong section, and they're like, nah.
is Simeon Grease. No, this is a good thing because it makes people feel good. Then they're like, fuck it, I can get the funnel cake. Like, I'm gonna eat.
Yeah.
You remember that guy? I think his name was Kevin Samuels, who was like he died ironically having sex. He was in his 50s, good looking dude. But do y'all have any idea what I'm talking
I
about?
don't know. I don't know who Kevin Samuels is.
You gotta YouTube his shit. So he had this radio / Zoom show, and these girls would call in and they'd be like, "I'm a 10. My man's got to make 6 figures. You know, I got 3 babies. You know, and
Nope. You're
he
down.
would literally be like, I'm not even talking to you right now because you are a liar. You're not being true. Like he broke these women down.
I guarantee you that's scripted. There's no way some woman who thinks she's a 10 is listening to this guy who does that over and over again, then calls in and be like, I'll show him.
You don't understand how many masochists there are in this world.
You don't understand how many narcissists think they're 10s.
That's what I'm saying.
I've seen a couple of the videos, and he does video calls.
Yeah,
so he
yeah,
does
yeah,
video
yeah.
calls.
Yeah, okay. No, I have seen this dude. I just didn't know his name was Kevin
it's
Samuels.
this black guy that does it, and he talks it right. So, and,
Yeah, he breaks
and
it
he brings
down,
them on
dude.
it, and the women are like,
They're like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
I'm 5'4" and I'm 250 pounds, and he's like, then you're not a 10, and she's like, well, you know, I'm not gonna say I'm not a 10. I think I'm a 10, and he's like, well, then what do you have Beyonce at? If you're a 10, you
Right.
know, like what do you have?
Yeah, because Beyonce's a 9.
Yeah, and they're like,
According to Ray.
and they're like,
according to Ray's, yeah, exactly right.
I don't know who that is.
they're like, what do you bring? What do you bring to the table?
To you, she's that country music singer.
right? Yeah.
they're like, I don't have a job. And he's like, you don't bring anything to the table. Like, you have no value. It's all about your value. Like,
Yeah.
high value men want high value women. Like,
It's logical.
yeah.
This isn't even a complicated
Was that his
thing.
name? Was I right?
That's not his name.
What was his name? Somebody's
Not
gonna-
Kevin Saunders.
I thought it was Samuel.
I thought he said Williams. Boy, none of us know what's going on.
Yikes.
I think it was Kevin Samuels.
Does Ray have the answer?
Ray, just type in there.
I was right. Y'all don't listen.
It's
Douchebag
Samuels,
who rapes
yeah.
women.
And he's dead
Sure.
now. He died at 53. Young.
Having sex with a 10.
Okay, well, that dude's a 3.
Wonder how he died.
I just told you. Again, you're not listening.
No, I wasn't listening. What did you lie?
Said he died having sex.
Wikipedia says
No way he died having sex.
That's the 3rd time he said it.
I just don't believe it.
Samuels was found on Wikipedia. Says Samuels was found unresponsive in his Atlanta apartment after a woman who had stayed with him the night prior called 911, telling the operator Samuels was complaining of chest pains and that he had collapsed. Samuels was rushed to a hospital where he later died. According to the medical examiner's report, Samuels had hypertension, which contributed to his death.
His last words to the nurse were, "You're a 3."
Chicago 7.
Yeah. Which is a classic episode. Go back and listen to Chicago.
Is that the only guy that you can honestly say died doing what he loved?
Well, he can't be the only guy to die while having sex.
No, they often talk about that. Like every boner pill commercial, they're like, make sure your heart.
Make sure his heart's okay.
Yeah. For engaging in sexual activity.
And no one does.
No, dude.
It's worth it.
I was having sex the other day, and I honestly was like, "Is this when I go out?" I like,
Wow.
like, it was just one of those where it just got vigorous.
Yeah.
I was doing a lot of work. I was like, I think I'm gonna die.
Solo sesh?
Do you think that guy would have called 911?
I doubt it. He was a real dick. No, it was just one of those where I was like, oh, don't die. Like, your random thoughts during sex. You know what I mean? Like every once in a while, like random things go through your head. And I was
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
No idea.
like, you're so full of shit.
No, I'm like, look at those boobs. I'm so happy right now. You're like, I wonder what the circumference of a...
You never have random thoughts during sex?
I don't have enough time to
Like
have
you're
random thoughts.
you're just laser focused. You're just laser focused the whole time.
Yes.
Good
I'm
for
pretty
you.
sure there's a 80 to 90% majority that would agree with that.
Well,
Yeah.
let's test that. Do you ever have random thoughts during sex?
Fuck
Ryan?
no, I'm so focused on what I'm doing.
Troy,
I'm pretty focused.
you don't think about anything else.
I want to hear some of these
Not
random
really.
thoughts.
Yeah. No wonder
No, my random thought
you
was
got a
write
dick
a book.
problem.
No, my
I
random
wonder
thought.
if I need to replace the windows this year or next year.
No, I don't think about shit like that. Like, what am I at for dinner? But I was like, is my heart beating too fast? I was like, fuck, is this gonna be? Come on, tell me you're not gonna die doing this. Like, it was just like that kind of
No.
like thought process.
No.
No, because it's like, it's okay if I go.
No,
Right.
what you
So
should
you're at peace. You're at peace.
Right.
what you should have been thinking was, oh, my heart's speeding up. I better get out of here. I better finish.
Yeah, well, that's where the thought ended. That's where the thought went. I was like, I should
His
probably.
thought was this. I should probably. Oh!
But that's what made it worse. Because then I was like, I should probably finish. I was like, well, then you're gonna have to go faster, dead man. Like,
Yeah.
like as the blood pressure is going, the stroke is rising. I was like, you're gonna have to work
God.
harder, motherfucker. No,
Nope.
okay. You know what I like? I like that sycamore honeysuckle beer.
I mean, I guess. I mean, that's not.
I have random thoughts while I'm drinking it.
No, that's not really a random thought. Like your body was reacting, so you were like,
Yeah, I'm never thinking about dinner. It's always
yeah.
sexually related things.
yeah,
but like,
that's normal.
okay, so you will
Like a panic state while having sex. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's where I was.
That's where you were.
That's
Panic
where I
state.
was. No, I don't think about dinner. Now I can look at my wife's eyes and clearly see like she's thinking about dinner sometimes. I've definitely seen that far off look.
No, definitely.
1,000-yard stare.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that. Unfortunately.
I've definitely been like, shit,
Dead
I
eyes.
should have turned the ceiling fan on first. Like this, I'm getting hot.
Okay, but that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. That's
Yeah,
a random
yeah.
thought. That's not like laser
yeah.
focused on like the act.
Yeah, but when you
Okay.
throw out the term random thought,
Right,
that's
right,
a
right. That's-
very
Oh, yeah.
broad.
It's different. Yeah.
I'm not like that one episode of Gumby when they poked me fucking. No, I never like. No, it's never that weird. No, okay.
Yeah.
I guess I misrepresented
I
that.
needed to give Terrence a shout out on the next podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never once thought about the podcast during
I
sex.
was thinking of that meme where the girl's sitting there looking over her shoulder, laying in bed with the guy, and she's like, "I bet he's thinking about other women." And the dude's like, "I wonder what the horsepower to the ground I'm getting in my Miata
No,
is." No,
I've never thought about cars. Okay, never mind. I think I misrepresented this.
Yes, you
I'm
did.
just-
wildly.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we walked through this because I was like, boy, they only think about pleasuring their woman and like laser focused on sex. I was
No
like,
one said that.
I understand, but that's where I'm putting. Okay, so I was putting y'all on a pedestal.
But thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
it was definitely that. It was definitely what we were thinking about.
Yeah, that's random thoughts.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by random thoughts. I was thinking about her.
Yeah.
Random.
Randomly. Jesus. I'm glad we figured that out.
I am too, because I was like, fuck, these guys never think
Yeah.
about anything else. But no, I'm not thinking about pancakes.
No, there's definitely been a time like, I think I might be getting a cramp.
Yeah, like
But
every
you would
once in a
say
while-
that's a random thought. I don't
Yeah.
think that's a random thought.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Like, I need to-
directly tied to the action.
Like I gotta
Right.
switch positions because I might like get a cramp. right?
Yeah.
Or like
Right.
or I'm sore.
Yeah, those are.
Need some lube.
But a random thought,
I really
I
think
guess
it
I
wants
was.
my thumb
I was
in.
Way
really
different.
okay. I need to narrow it.
Yeah.
I
You should
need
say,
to
do you
narrow.
ever have related to the act thoughts? Then we'd be
Yes.
like, yes, of course we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not weird.
Oh, you're so weird.
Yeah.
I'm weird in how I define.
You'd be a
thoughts.
lot cooler if you had random thoughts, though.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Oh, shit.
That'd be a funny coffee table book. Random thoughts while I'm fucking.
Yeah, yeah. I think about that Ryan Sandberg game. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Brendan's
going
gonna
to
be thinking.
man.
Brendan's gonna be thinking about a coffee table book next time he's
Yes.
Oh yes.
Oh no, that will actually fuck me up.
right.
That'll
I did that
ruin me.
intentionally.
Like,
Yeah.
hey babe, where's my notepad?
Mind if I sit my phone down on your back real quick? I gotta take a few notes.
But like, you ever see that Seinfeld where like Costanza like just wants to incorporate like eating a
Food,
sandwich
yeah.
and sex?
Yeah.
Like that actually does sound fucking dope.
He pulls that sandwich out of the nightstand.
Now that's a random.
Hey Siri, take a note. Remind me tomorrow to. Oh! Never mind.
Delete. Siri just
Dude,
came
his
on.
Siri literally.
What did she say? Remind me tomorrow to never mind.
Fair enough. Hey Siri,
She missed the important part.
remind Dave to eat a sandwich during sex.
It won't answer him, will it?
She.
Isn't
This is
Siri-
my bitch.
Yeah.
This is my. She did not respond to you.
Yeah, well,
She did say hi.
all right, send me Air Force Amy Siri. That'd be nice. Get a Siri that would just, do what anyone says.
A hero.
A hero.
Yeah.
I like the
hero
thank
we
you.
need.
Thank you for your cervix. That was my favorite joke of the night. Gotta be like,
Not
oh
all-
shit, we should stop talking.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how late it was.
Not all heroes with capes.
Oh. Okay, I'm done.
Some
Sweet
there-
Jesus, Dave.
That's like the fourth time in the episode.
It's a great episode.
Yeah. This- He'll be thinking about this next time. I need to come. Oh, I'll think about that night we did the podcast.
I do wear the headphones.
With the cord not plugged into anything. Just
Oh, it's plugged in.
I can't believe you went there.
The image of him, he's looking like the kid from something about Mary.
yeah. Warren.
Is he my baseball? That's how Dave fucks. Don't touch my headphones. I can't come.
Oh. Golden. Well, let's wrap this up
I
because
think we
this
should
has been
start
way
the
too
music.
long.
Okay, yeah. Goodbye, everybody.
Yeah.
Go home.
I gotta go.
Well, thanks y'all for coming out.
Wait, sponsors.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shout out or something to shout out to Terrence again. Nick last week for sending the money to Venmo. This week to Terrence. Troy, what's that Venmo?
If you'd like to donate some money to the cause, buy a deli. It's at Inside the Pallet House on Venmo.
I would think I'd remember that.
You would.
If you need a mortgage and you live in Georgia or Virginia, head over to screendoormortgage.com. Jimmy will take care of you. Look, we know it's a difficult process, but he will make it very easy. He will walk you through the whole thing. No point in being stressed. It's a good thing. If you need sunglasses, you can get already reasonably placed.
They're reasonably placed.
Troy, take this one for me.
They are reasonably priced and placed out of South Carolina. NectarSunglasses.com. Use the ITPH promo and get 20% off.
Thank you, Troy.
You're welcome.
If you need to send in a topic, you can do so at InsideThePalletHouse@gmail.com. We'd love to hear what you're talking about, and we can talk about it on the episode. You guys brought us mother-daughter combos. And if you want to find us on Facebook, it's very easy. Just look up Inside the Pallet House podcast.
That simple.
It's not complicated. Very easy. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be talking to you next week. Cheers.
Cheers. That was a pretty good podcast, don't you think?
Hey, look, my bet would have lost. Good thing I don't have money in the account.
I was thinking about placing a bet on your behalf.
Don't do it.
Glad I didn't.
I'm a loser. Ray's leaning in like he's got something.
Oh, I was thinking about blowing my load.
This is awkward. That's a random thought for right now.
Random thought.
Dave said, I'm going to come. Don't touch my baseball.
Hey Siri, what is blowing a load?
Idiomatic, vulgar, or slang, figurative to expend one's resources or one's opportunity, especially prematurely, to blow one's chance. This is from Wiktionary.
I'm done.
Prematurely. That felt like a personal attack. That was too much. Too much episode.